Since I talked about Calyrex as well as the two horse Pokemon that I confused with Glastrier and Spectrier, I might as well talk about the two new Regis that were introduced within the Crown Tundra. Those two Regis being Regieleki and Regidraco, as well as how Regigigas created them and why he created not just those two Regis but also the rest of the Regis, plus his connection to Calyrex as well. Now for those of you who don't know, Regieleki is a pure electric type while Regidraco is a pure dragon type. And similar to the other Regis being based on different parts of history, Regieleki is based on the modern age, while Regidraco is based on the dark ages. And the one thing that separates the two from Regirock, Regiice, and Registeel is that Regieleki is made up of pure electrical energy, while Regidraco is made up of crystallized dragon energy. However, Regidraco is incomplete because Regigigas ran out of crystals in order to finish it, and as a result, Regigigas was only able to create its head. While in Regieleki's case, it's more completed, however, it has insulated equipment on its body that restrains its powers, and they were placed there by humans because according to legend, humans were tormented by Regieleki, and it could be the reason why it, along with Regidraco, were sealed away in a temple by humans. However, the real question is, why did Regigigas create not just Regieleki and Regidraco, but also the Regi trio, Regirock, Regiice, and Registeel? Well, the answer could possibly have something to do with Calyrex. Now, before Regigigas created the legendary Titans, it was responsible for forming the very continents and regions within the Pokemon world that were made from Groudon and Kyogre. And perhaps it wound up living within ancient Galar, and as a result, it wound up being worshipped by the ancient humans. And perhaps it was there to help out Zacian, Zamazenta, Calyrex, Glastrier, and Spectrier with the Darkest Day event, and possibly even creating golems for them to help out against Eternatus. And my main evidence to support this has to do with Eternatus' typing, being Poison Dragon, while Regiice is an Ice type, and Dragon types are weak to Ice. And Registeel is a pure Steel type, and Poison moves are not effective against Steel. And Regirock can learn Ground type moves, which are crucial when it comes to battling a Poison type. So maybe Calyrex commanded Regigigas to create the legendary golems for them, as a way to help out with not just Eternatus, but the rampaging Dynamax Pokemon. Now, the one question a lot of people have for this is, where was Calyrex during the fight against Eternatus and the rampaging Dynamax Pokemon? Well, the one possibility is that while the other legendary Pokemon were fighting against Eternatus, Calyrex was evacuating a forest full of Pokemon and possibly ancient humans to a safe location away from the battle. Because according to its Shield Pokedex entry for both the Ice Rider and Shadow Rider, it saved a forest full of Pokemon from a meteor strike, and the only meteor that's ever been confirmed to have hit the Galar region is a meteor containing Eternatus. Now, there is a possibility that the ancient humans that went with Calyrex in the forest full of Pokemon founded the village known as Freezington in the Crown Tundra, and even created a statue to honor Calyrex and his horse Pokemon. Which makes sense because nobody else in the Galar region knows about Calyrex other than the people of Freezington. Now, after the Darkest Day event, along with Zacian and Zamazenta disappearing into the Slumbering Weld, Regigigas may have went to the Crown Tundra, and it may have even gotten the idea to create two more Regis, this time based off of pure energy. So as a result, it wound up creating Regieleki and Regidraco. And because Regieleki is finished while Regidraco is incomplete, Regigigas may have created Regieleki first, and then got started on creating Regidraco. But unfortunately, Regigigas wasn't able to finish it because it ran out of crystals. However, while Regigigas was creating Regidraco, Regieleki was tormenting humans, and as a result, people started to fear the legendary Titans along with Regigigas. And there's also a possibility that the energy crystals that Regigigas used may have contained some Dynamax energy, possibly even the shards of Eternatus' body. And as a result, the ancient humans wound up sealing away both Regieleki and Regidraco. They even created insulated equipment to restrain Regieleki's powers. So the ancient humans wound up constructing ruins known as the Split Decision Ruins to seal away both Regieleki and Regidraco. And in order to unlock it, you needed to have Regirock, Regiice, and Registeel. Now, after they were done sealing away both Regieleki and Regidraco, the ancient humans probably came up with an idea to seal away the rest of the Titans in different locations, probably so that their power won't fall into the wrong hands. So there might be a possibility that one group of ancient humans went to the Hoenn region to seal away Regirock, Regiice, and Registeel, while another group went to the Sinnoh region to seal away Regigigas. Now I know what you're thinking, how could this all be possible? Well, this isn't really the first time we've seen one group of humans go from one region to the next. After all, the Embedded Tower, which is in the Johto region, was created by people who sailed there from Hoenn, while the Sinnoh Ruins, which is actually north of Blackthorn City, was created by both the people from the Ruins of Alph and the people from the Sinnoh region. So it wouldn't really be impossible for people of Galar to go to other regions to hide the other Titans, along with Regigigas. Now, the group that went to Hoenn needed a place to hide Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. However, in the Hoenn games, they were hidden within separate locations: the Island Cave, the Desert Ruins, and the Ancient Tomb. But the question is, how did they seal away the 3 Titans within 3 separate locations? Well, there could be a possibility that they may have had help from the ancient people of Hoenn, specifically from 2 well-known groups of people, the Draconids and the people of ancient Sootopolis City. After all, the sealed chamber, the place that unlocks the locations of Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, is underwater, similar to Sootopolis City. So the people of ancient Sootopolis City had a hand in constructing the various chambers, and they may have even had help with the ancient Draconids. And afterwards, the ancient people of Galar stayed in the Hoenn region to guard the location of the sealed chamber. And eventually, this group of people integrated themselves within the Hoenn region's culture. And they were even the ones who found Pacific Locktown, which makes sense because the only people who know about the 3 legendary titans within the Hoenn region are a few people from Pacific Locktown. Not to mention, Pacific Locktown is near Sootopolis City as well as Sky Pillar, the place where the Draconids worship Rayquaza. In fact, there might be a possibility that the Draconids, along with the people of ancient Sootopolis City, may have been the ones who came up with the idea of utilizing both Relicanth and Wailord as keys to unlock the chambers containing Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. Now, the one group that went to Sinnoh probably had an idea to go to a place where there's not a lot of people and not a lot of towns. So they went to a small little village and met up with the locals that live there, who probably helped them construct what is now known as the Snow Point Temple to help lock away Regigigas. And in order to unlock Regigigas, you had to have Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And just like what happened with Hoenn, the ancient people of Galar stayed there in order to guard Regigigas and keep it from falling into the wrong hands. And over time, the small little settlement wound up becoming Snow Point City. Now, when you look at Snow Point City's geography, the area around it is perfect due to how hard it is to travel to Snow Point City in the first place, mainly due to the snowstorms as well as the amount of strong wild Pokemon that are in the area. So it's the perfect place to hide something that powerful from the world. And just like what happened with Calyrex, the legend of Regigigas was forgotten with time, with only a few people knowing of its existence, considering the fact that there's always someone guarding the entrance to the temple. And the only way you're let into the temple is if the gym leader lets you in, and that's after you become the champion. And the possible explanation for this is because the ancient people of Galar were waiting on a powerful trainer to tame the legendary titans, along with Regigigas, so that they can use the powers of Regigigas along with the rest of the legendary titans for good, or in the case of competitive Pokemon players, use them for VGC matches. So that's my overall theory on Regigigas' connection to Calyrex, why did Regigigas create the Titans to begin with, and how it got sealed away and separated from its creations, as well as the different regions connected to it. Now, I'd like to hear your comments about this theory in the comments section below. Tell me what you think and whether or not this theory is plausible. So don't forget to like this video, share this video, and also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. Take care.